I want y'all to do y'all research on some of these companies. Because some of these companies have racism that is founded back all the way from the motherfucking days of slavery. Right? I don't know if Louis Vuitton is offered any money, but while black folks is running around here, y'all want to wear Louis Vuitton, go look at the Louis Vuitton Zoo. So when we talk about reparations, there's a lot of people that owe us reparations. So you got money to give to fake ass goddamn organizations. Why don't you just put in the pot and say, here, let us give something to the reparation movement? Because the Louis Vuitton Zoo used to put black people in cages and used to also set our babies up and put their head in that circle where they would throw the ball. You know, you throw the ball on the target, where the target was a kid's face. And that's how you win your prize. Y'all should go do your research and your studying. And this is why, and then when you do this, that's how you understand. All of this is just orchestrated ass bullshit. And because we don't study, because we don't know, because we take everything that the white man in this country has taught us in our schooling, what's in the media, what the government has given you, you give us back the same shit they gave you. If you want to know the truth, you can't give me what the fuck you've been given in mainstream media. You better go do some research. And the crazier thing is, what was that saying? What they say, you wanna hide something from black people, put it in a book. All this shit I'm telling you is in our motherfucking face. We just won't go look at it. We just won't go look at it. You ain't gotta go deep, people. Just you do some shit. You can watch a video if you don't want to read it. You can have an audio book, read that shit to yourself. I sit around here and talk about books like The Art of War, 48 Laws of Power. You do know that all of these books is on YouTube for free 99, and you can just push play and listen to them like you're listening to me. It's too much out there for you to go and grasp and get the real knowledge, and it's in your face every day. And I'm going to need us to start finding what it is in our face and start, because it's not hidden. It's hidden in plain goddamn sight. Some of this is just obvious if we would look. Right? So with that said, get ready for tomorrow. We're gonna look up Black Lives Matter because we're gonna go in on them a little bit. I don't fuck with Black Lives Matter. I've had personal experiences, plus just what they put out there. They're trying to make themselves the police of the face, the police, the new policing system for black people. I don't want your gay asses running around here trying to police us. No, sir. Thank you. A ma'am. I don't know. I wouldn't even know to call you a ma'am or a sir in this motherfucker. You know, you might come around my community trying to police me. Talking about woo, pull over, jump out your G-string. You got a 5 o'clock shadow and a motherfucking dress on. I don't know what the fuck to call you. Sir, ma'am, I don't know what the fuck you are. So no thank you. No thank you. We'll police this, okay? You gonna police our communities and talk about blackness. I'm gonna need you to leave your sexual orientation at home because I don't know what the fuck that got to do with anything. Just try and hide your blackness. You can hide what you do in the bedroom. Matter of fact, we don't give a fuck what you do in the bedroom. Okay? So, if they say it, fuck Black Lives Matter, the organization, not actual Black Lives, because somebody be done cut that out. See, you don't like black people. That's that white hood talking. Y'all just be waiting for that moment. No, I did not see Billy Porter's video, but I'm sure it was some bullshit. Billy Porter get on my nerves with them gowns and shit. I just need him to shut the fuck up on Sesame Street. He just the perfect ass parade his gay ass around. I don't watch Billy Porter. He come on, we don't watch that shit in my house. And hell no. I don't want to watch no man that run around flaming in gowns, better than any gown I got in my closet. No, thank you. He ruined it for me. I wanted to give me a really nice gown, and I had an idea in mind. I said, I'm going to give me a gown. I'm going to find me a date. I'm going to go to the symphony. I like classical music. Something y'all might not know about me because I seem like I always want to punch people. But I really like classical music. I actually play the violin. I haven't in a while, but I have a beautiful black one, right? And the gown that I wanted to get, it looked like some shit he put on one day, and then he just ruined my whole idea of my gown. I don't want to wear it no more. Just like these motherfuckers come out with the rainbow. I like rainbows. I had a rainbow shirt on the other day, and I tried to tell the people in my house I felt some type of way. I was like, I'm gonna go outside. People gonna think I'm gay. Everybody in my house was laughing at me like, no, they're not. And then my lesbian daughter comes in and she sees me in my shirt and she goes, hey, mom, you got on that gay shirt. The fuck? So I proved the point to everybody, right? I had to take the damn shirt off. Can't even wear a goddamn rainbow no more. I like rainbow. Okay? I do. And I get it. Rainbows is, you think of Skittles and shit and Rainbow Bright and goddamn ponies and shit. Now, I get it. I mean, Skittles is fruity. Gay folks are fruity. But fuck y'all. I'm upset about the rainbow. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I am. I'm upset about the rainbow. I'm rough, but I'm a girl, and I like rainbows. I got a mother's ring, and all the colors in it look like a rainbow. I wonder if I'm gonna wear that shit. Somebody gonna be like, she got on a gay ass ring. I hate y'all motherfuckers. Can't not just do what the fuck you doing in the bedroom and leave us alone? We don't care what you do. Shout out to you, Junior, that dude. Thank you for that. I love you back. So y'all, let's get into this conversation. I know some folks in here like, shit isn't hurry up. I'm gonna tell y'all, I ain't been here in a minute. I'm having some fun with my folks. This is how we do it over here. So if you don't want to laugh with me, get into a conversation with me, let folks come in and give it a minute. If you want to get straight to the point, I suggest you go watch CNN, NBC News, ABC, BBD. I don't know what the fucking news channel is. I don't watch TV. There's no cable in my house because we don't let that shit brainwash us around here. You know, we watch TV with purpose. We go seek out what the fuck we want to watch, and then we just avoid everything else. You know, but this is how we do it around here. So, you know, I know sometimes I do that. Don't leave no goddamn timestamp in my comment section. Talking about she get to the point at 32 minutes and 42 seconds. I would block your ass. Don't you fucking call my child to do that shit. It kind of pisses me off because part of why people watch me is because this is my deliverance. If you don't like my deliverance in my show, then you should not be in. You got plenty of people watch. Go watch motherfucking what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Damn, TV Lord. So just a leader. I just don't give a fuck. You know, with his gay ass. I don't know his name. Whatever. Go watch the regular news. God damn it. Okay, we don't get right to the point around here. Shout out to y'all though. I do want to say that I have they tarnished the rainbow. I'm just they doing it for me. I have a lot of rainbow people. I'm gonna donate to the gay coalition again. Yes. See, I love y'all. Y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. Yes, Don Lemon. Black is who the fuck not Anderson Cooper now. Don Lemon. See, my people know me. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So watch his ass. He gets straight to the point. That's his job. Shout out to you, sis. Thank you for that. They got rainbow on the kids' clothes now. But back then, you could put rainbow hangers on kids' clothes because rainbows was like some kids' shit. Today, when they put rainbow hangers on your kids' clothes, they're really trying to make your kids gay. And I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that laughing. I'm dead fucking serious. Every time you see a rainbow that have to do with kids these days, it do mean gay. It don't mean rainbow right today. It do. That's why they're trying to get to your kids. So it ain't nobody in the next generation talking like me. Everybody just think this shit is normal, whatever. You don't get that shit mom. Not at all. You can be what you want to be, but we ain't gonna turn around here telling boys they can be princesses. No, the fuck you can't. You want to be a princess? Yes. Okay, fine. But I want you to know this shit is not normal. This is what I would tell my son. You want to wear a dress? You like a motherfucking fool. But mom, I like wearing dresses. Fuck wrong with you? First thing I'm gonna do is send him over to his father's house to never return until he come back without a motherfucking dress on. Send him to his daddy. Calling his dad right away if he talking about he want to put on a dress. I'm gonna tell him that shit is not cute. It's not right. You like a goddamn fool. Well, I want to wear a dress. Well, you just know you look like a motherfucking fool. This is what I'm gonna tell my child. I don't know what you're gonna tell your child. This is what I'm gonna tell my child. Ever said this shit like that to me. You look stupid as fuck. Boys don't wear dresses. But I don't feel like a boy. I don't care what you feel like. You is a goddamn boy. Okay? This is what I'm gonna tell you. Then enough of us don't tell our kids that. Oh, my kid can be whatever the fuck they want. No, they can't. That's not true. Don't be a dog. You see how well that works. Can't be no motherfucking dog. Be a tree. Go be a car. Go be a whole lot of stuff. There's a lot of shit you can't be. Stop telling kids they can be whatever they want to be. That's a lie. There's some limits to what the fuck you can be. You're not a superhero. You can't really fly. Like, it's a lot of shit you really ain't. Okay? So let's stop letting motherfuckers living in fantasy worlds and let's talk about what it is. We don't talk about that nothing what it is, right? So we all out here marching, y'all, protesting. Well, I'm just saying we, not me. I'm saying we because you talk to people, you gotta include yourself. Public speaking. We out here, and not me. We out here in the streets. We protesting. We got paper signs. We doing the most. We kicking shit over, trash cans, and setting stuff on fire, flattening tires in this bitch. We out here wreaking havoc. Well, really the white people are, but we're letting them do it. But what is happening to us? Like, I want y'all to see right now. We're gonna talk about these two brothers. Yes, we finally got into it. So anybody's like, "How she hurry to get to it?" I'm getting to it. Okay? Y'all see the brothers on the front of this video before you click it. Now, if you think that this is doing anything, my question is, why in the midst of it? They just say he gonna be Batman. He can be Batman. Just pretend though, you know it's not real. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's pretend. If you wanna put on your cape and you like to jump off the dress on your girl onto the bed with the tidy whities on, do your thing. You be Batman all you want, brother. Just know in real life, you're not Batman. It's pretend. You have an imagination. I want you to. You know. Might like things in the mirror. You go ahead and be Batman. But when you take your ass to work, I better not catch you out there with a motherfucking cape on and some drawers, because I'm gonna look at you. Just like I look at them boys in dresses the same way. Ask you what the fuck is you doing? Okay, so listen. These brothers are hung from trees. We're gonna talk about this. Because how many of y'all think that black folks don't still get lynched today? Like I'm talking about real lynching. We talk about, a new modern day of public lynching, police kill black people, and you leave them in the streets, right? Or you do these things on public display, and this is the new lynching. I want you to know that black folks literally are still getting lynched, and it's not just these two brothers. Now, there's something to be said for the fact that it's happening while it's happening at the time that we're talking about, right? But I want you to know that last year there were brothers that were hung. The year before that there were brothers that were hung. If you don't know, go look it up. Atlanta had two hangings within oh God, what, like 2 weeks of each other, maybe a month at the most. Black woman found hanging outside on a tree in front of a Walmart. A college student, 20 in his early 20s, found hanging from a bridge with his book bag still on his back and a chain around his neck. Now we're gonna get into a little bit of psychology tonight, because I'm gonna break down some statistics to you as well to show you, regardless, we're gonna off the bat say, oh, this is bullshit. But I don't want anybody to think that as black people we're assuming or just first working in our emotions, right? I'm gonna give you some statistical facts about how people hang themselves, and people that use hanging as a way to commit suicide, they don't fucking go out in public and hang themselves from trees. They don't do that. So that's one thing that you have to look at. Like, this is not commonly how somebody would commit suicide, but it's funny how we continue to find black people, of all people, you want to die, you're going to go hang your black self from a tree knowing our history. That just makes no sense to me. And even let's say we weren't enslaved and had all of this history that we had in America, for somebody to go commit suicide in the places these people are found from a tree in public, that's just not something people don't do. That is a fact. But yes, our people get lynched all the time. All the time. And every single time. How many of you remember, it was a little over a year ago, there was a case about a young man who was found hanging in the back of a big rig. Those 18-wheelers that drive down the road got all that merchandise on it, and they be doing deliveries and shit. Well, in the back of an empty one, they found a boy hung, a young black man hung, and they called that shit suicide too. And right in the goddamn article, shout out to you, Terrell. Don't be lying to me. You love me, I don't leave me on believe you. You know you love somebody else too. Thank you for the donation, and I love you back. But in the article, they straight up say that it was signs of foul play, but they still said it was a suicide. Who the fuck goes in the back of somebody's empty big rig at a truck station and hang themselves? From what? What the fuck is even on the ceiling? Like, yeah, I'm gonna hang myself to death. I think I'm going to this big rig or somebody. That shit don't even make no sense. Now these stories I'm telling you, you can go look them up. I'm not lying. I'm pretty sure many of y'all remember the the hanging of the brother whose mother was a very big activist in St. Louis when it came to the situation with Michael Brown. She was out there making a whole lot of noise, and her son ends up hung in her backyard. Now she put the pictures up because she wanted us to see the pictures. Now, if you see the pictures, you will see that his pants are pulled down around his ankles. And if you understand lynching from back in the day, you will understand all of the symbolism in this. Other than that, somebody would probably say, oh, well, his pants must have been sagging and they just fell to his ankles. No, there's symbolism behind the fact that his pants were down. If you understand how lynchings really took place back in the day, which is another thing maybe you should go look at if you don't understand. And this is what I meant earlier in the video. If we understood these things that were right in our face and we did the research, these things would be more obvious to us when they happen. Yes, his fists were clenched and balled up. His face looked bruised on the side of his face as though it had been hitting his face. So everything from those pictures that you see, it doesn't there and hung himself, it looks like it was a fight. It looks like it was a struggle, and it was not something that he just got up there and did. That's not what the evidence, even in just the photo show. But they said it was what? A suicide. Just go look up hangings in the past 10 years and watch how many of them come up because they don't all make it to the news. So we're out here protesting. We got signs. We're watching white people burn our shit down, so our communities are all fucked up. Shout out to you, Kurt. Thank you for that. Our communities are all burnt down. They're all torn up. They're gonna look like third world countries for forever. Nobody's gonna come in and fix them up because politically, we constantly keep voting for Democrats that don't do shit for us. Not to say that Republicans do. And then for those of us that think that we don't need to vote, then we don't go out and vote on our local issues. And so that's why your community looks like a third world country and all your buildings are burned down and abandoned and no money is ever put to the side to rebuild your community, right? I'm telling you right now, in these packages coming forward with all these right, a lot of these companies are going to get bailouts. As a matter of fact, they just did one with a bunch of bailouts. There's going to be a lot of companies that are going to be able to get their money, rebuild, and do what they need to do, right? And so they're going to benefit from this. The Black communities are not. The communities are going to look exactly like they look right now, and they've been burnt down and torn down more. And they're going to stay that way. And you got to live in that community. Shout out to you, Kurt. Thank you for that. You have to let your children walk past that on the way to school. We have to deal with all of this. Like I told you, where your grandma going to get your medication, her medication from now after Walgreens is gone. Crazy thing is, a lot of these things, when you look at the video, I don't care what nobody say, these are white people everywhere. We're letting them do this. Like, how is this justice? Are we so blind that we don't realize that what's going on here is not really getting us any kind of justice or changing things that are happening to us? It's really us being driven by our emotions to do dumbass shit that in the long run is going to leave us more fucked. The reality of what's going on here, white people are burning down your communities and looting your businesses and taking your shit. And I don't want nobody to come and talk to me about places like Atlanta or whatever. When you go to different cities, there are different dynamics. So yes, at the end of the day, that's going to be Black people tearing up shit in Atlanta. But when you look at these other cities and you see what's on the news and you're watching people burn shit down, like the white girl burned down the Wendy's, these are not Black people doing this shit. Even when I look at the looters and people running out of shit, all the shit I've seen on the news has been white people running out of businesses, running out of Target. I told y'all Karen had her some lamps. Did you see on the news how the news even gave this bitch the benefit of the doubt? It's a white lady coming out of a ransacked ass establishment and the windows are broke and she's walking out with some bags in her hand and this bitch on the news say, I wonder if she's an employee. White people look at everything. And you wonder if she's an employee. Well, I wonder when you saw the Black person running out, did you wonder if they was an employee? They was automatically a looter. Well, maybe they was just in Walgreens working their shift before it went up in flames, and they needed some Pampers. They was intended on paying for them, but the place was burning down, so they just grabbed the diapers and went home. We never get the benefit of the doubt, do we? But this is what's going on. And the funny thing is, I keep telling y'all this: them fucking pieces of paper and getting mad. It's like a teenager. Y'all ever seen a teenager get mad? Shout out to you, Kurt T. Exactly. And thank you for that full circle. You ever seen a teenager get mad and lose their mind because they ain't got no goddamn reasoning? Was you a teenager and never lost your mind like that? You just be like, I hate the world. And so you start ripping shit off your walls and breaking stuff in your room. You be mad as fuck. And then when it's all said and done, you be sitting in your room with all your shit broke and tore the fuck up. And what about you got on TV because that motherfucker on the floor? You done broke, knocked the shit off your dresser. You done tore down all your little posters in your favorite group, your little boy bands and the girls you like. And now your room is just fucked up. Ain't shit changed. And you done cause yourself even more stress. This is not changing any goddamn thing. And when it's all said and done, and all of the smoke clears and everything supposedly gets back to normal, you know who community is who's going to be affected the most? Black people. The inner cities, broken down communities. Black people are going to be more devastated like we already weren't. And this is the thing. If you're going to cause destruction, I'm not against destruction. Let's get that clear. I am not against destruction. I'm not against fires. I'm not against cocktails. I'm not against grenades and bullets and bombs. I'm not against none of those things, right? In the right manner. I'm not against any of those. I'm really not. But there's a method to what you do and how you do what you do. As I spoke many videos before, happening to us. They just want to come in and go and loot and burn some shit down. Go look at them statistics. White people are pyromaniacs, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead serious. White people are pyromaniacs and burn shit down and go to jail for arson more than any other race. Go look that shit up. Arson by race. White people like to burn down shit, so they was like, oh shit, hey, let's go burn some shit down. It's the first time for me to burn some shit down and watch it all burn. I don't even have to run because arsons will burn shit down and go watch it burn with some binoculars up in the mountains and in the woods and watch the firemen roll up and watch how they goddamn fire just is wonderful and it engulfs the whole building, right? This is what they do. Arsonists like to see fires. Well, this is a dream come true for them because they can set shit on fire and sit back and actually watch it burn and hide in the crowd and be right there. They don't even gotta run now and go nowhere. And I know it's comical what I'm saying at this moment, but I'm dead fucking serious. So they're doing all of this. They're burning down your community and they're lynching your people. So right now, if you think that what we're doing is effective, how come people are hanging black people from trees? How come, right? How come somebody says, Bradley Lopez said, but you are mixed. Okay, Bradley. If you come in here with all capital letters with exclamation marks, what you don't do, motherfucker, is yell at me in my house. Did your mother teach you any manners? Because this is my house. And I live here, bitch. You're visiting me at my home, so I'm gonna need you to calm the fuck down with them capital goddamn letters and them exclamation marks. Because what you don't do is yell at me and my shit. And you keep saying that, oh, you mixed, ain't it? I could have sworn I made a joke about the white side of me when this whole show first started. Y'all motherfuckers kill me coming in here acting like Mechee don't know what the fuck she is. But the one thing y'all never want to give acknowledgement to is that I'm black as well. So, again, you say what you want to say coming in here, but you gonna calm the fuck down yelling at me with them motherfucking capital letters. I hate, let me just side note in that. For you motherfuckers who come in my comment section, even after the fact, and you leave comments on my videos, don't yell at me. Y'all piss me off with all of them goddamn capital letters and all of them exclamation marks. Motherfucker, write a right sentence when you talking to me. Lower your voice while you in my shit before you get kicked the fuck out. Okay? Thank you. Now, D, we're out here and we're doing all of this. And at the same time, what are we really doing? We have signs. We're kumbayaing. We're giving wonderful speeches. People are holding their hands together. They're showing unity. We kneeling. And you're not doing a fucking thing. Because while you're doing that, people who truly hate us, right? These racist white folks, they like, oh, you niggas got papers. Let's go lynch a nigga. Right? This is what they see. Shout out to you, multimedia. Thank you for that. I'll lay you back. So I want you to think about this. How many times I tell you, we don't do this in the hood, so why are we doing it now? When a Crip kill a blood, the Bloods do not show up at the Crip's house with signs talking about you ain't gonna do this to our people no more. Like that wouldn't that be dumb? Like when we in the hood and somebody do something to us and we want to go and get revenge, do we go get a bunch of our people and stand in front of somebody's house? With picking signs and shit in the street. Is this how you fight other black people in the community? So why the fuck are you fighting racist people like this? Why are you fighting in the name of racism and not being treated a certain way? Why are you fighting with fucking pieces of paper? If they gave a fuck about what we was doing and it was making any difference, police probably wouldn't be shooting men down in a back in the Wendy's parking lot for no reason. And I'm going to say no reason. I watched the whole video. So let's talk about that first before we go on to the other one, right? The other ones with the lynching. Because those are very interesting. We're going to talk about where they were, right? Why they hung them from the trees they hung them from and the semblance of what it was. And that these hangings were only 50 miles apart. They were probably the same people. Although if the police tell you it's a suicide, they're not going to look for the correlation in the two crimes to say that it belongs to the same person. Don't be surprised if the motherfuckers investigating it are actually the motherfuckers who hung them. Because I've actually had police officers, for those of y'all that think that this shit is not true, I've had police officers commit a crime against me and then turn around and laugh at me because they know they did it and never investigated nothing. But the brother in the Wendy's parking lot, let's talk about him first. I don't give a fuck if that that man ran. I don't care if you took that taser from him. I'm going to keep telling y'all this. Police are not supposed to pull out their firearm unless they intend to kill someone. And the only, right, reason that they are killing someone is because they are being met with deadly force themselves. So even though that man was a drunk, let me give you some other scenarios. He was drunk as hell. He fell asleep in the thing. It was kind of funny at first watching the conversation between them because he was trying to beat around the bush all day about how he'll walk. He just didn't want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? He knew he was drunk or whatever. But at the end of the day, when they started coming after that man with the taser, he did not want to be tased. So in his natural reaction, I'm tired of people saying that too. You're not just gonna lay there and just let somebody stab you, tase you, shoot you, or do whatever. Your natural reaction is a fight or flight. So his was to fight. He's grabbing at the taser because he's not trying to hurt the officers if you watch it from the other angle. He's not trying to hurt them. He's just grabbing their tasers and trying to keep them from tasing him. That's a natural reaction. I don't give a fuck if I was drunk. I don't want to be electrocuted, motherfucker. Do we have this right? So then when you see him get the best of the officers and in the sense of their tussling, he gets on top of them. Do you see him tase the officer the fuck out of him? Do you see him reach for his gun? Do you see him beat on the officer? No. You see this man get up and start running because he's trying to get away. And then he turns around with the taser in his hand. But if you know anything about the tasers, once the tasers are shot and the cord comes out, then after that, in order to tase somebody, you have to be up on them with the taser. So the taser wasn't even a threat to him. But even if it was, let's break this down, it was not a deadly threat. It was not a deadly threat. It wasn't something that would kill him. So you shoot this man in his back. Let me tell you this man is drunk. Police officers who work so narcissistic or so racist or so quick to think that they're judge, jury, and executioner, all he had to do was just let that drunk ass man run. How far do you think he would have run? How far? He was drunk. You don't think he could have just let him run and him and his partner laugh and get the... He was drunk as fuck. He couldn't even wake up behind the steering wheel. So all you had to do was get back in your patrol car and just follow him while he's trying to jog down the damn street. He's not going to make it too far. Let me also remind everybody of this. He already knew who the man was. You have his card, so you could run his plate. I'm sure that he already told you who he was. In the beginning of the conversation, you knew his name. You know who the man is. So because you have all of this information, you could put a warrant out for his arrest and you could definitely find him later, right? He's a drunk. He was drunk at that moment. That is his crime, was being drunk. And then his second crime would have been resisting arrest, but none of those equate to murder or long sentences or any of those things. So why wouldn't you just let the man run? Chase him. Do you motherfuckers not go to police training? Like, are they not supposed to? They don't teach you motherfuckers to run? Like, I thought y'all supposed to do sit-ups and push-ups and y'all supposed to work out and shit and run a track. Like, y'all, if you're an officer, you're supposed to be ready to chase somebody down because people run. That's just part of being a motherfucking officer. Run, bitch, run. Learn how to get your run on or don't be an officer because people will run. And you're supposed, when you are in a police car, let me tell you something. Do you know that the policies behind police and police cars, that if you are following someone in pursuit, they're running from you and you're chasing them in a car. Do you know that the police are required to back up from the chase if the chase seems that it will hurt someone? Meaning, you're not supposed to keep chasing this person if this is going to cause them to cause an accident or hit somebody else. Police have been told before, and at a certain point, to back up from high-speed chases because it incites other things, and then that's when the helicopter will come out and follow your ass, or they'll cut you off of the way if they know you're coming and put the little stop sticks and shit out. Like, there are so many other things that the police department has implemented that are lethal to kill someone. But it's funny how I've never seen these fucking officers reach for any of those other options before they just pull a gun. Right. Thank you, Latasha. Latasha says he was drunk and could barely stand. How far can a drunk man run while turning back to operate a taser? Right. Sober folks can't do that. This is what I'm saying. He wasn't even running that fast. You didn't have to shoot that man. He did not have to shoot that man. He did not have to shoot that man. His life was in danger, not in danger. Nobody's life was in danger. And if anybody says, well, he was wrestling with them, he was trying to take their taser, he was resisting arrest, I don't care. That is not a reason to kill somebody, even when it comes to police policy. That's not a reason. Shout out to you, Chocolate Bunny. She said, Chocolate Bunny says the truth is the police problem was pride. Let me tell you something. A lot of police officers' problems is they're narcissistic. People who are narcissistic, who crave control, tend to lean towards being a police officer because they know that's a place that they can use that control and authority, and it gives them an adrenaline rush. There are plenty of people who are narcissists. This is a personality disorder, and this is why I say that real police reform comes with a heavy psychological testing. You should test motherfuckers for narcissism. If you're gonna make them become a police officer, you're not gonna give them these kind of tests, and they shouldn't be a police officer. They need to go more in depth because you're right. He was just upset and he wasn't going to be, and then nowhere in this officer's mind. This is how I want y'all to understand. Shout out to you, Tian. Thank you for that. He said, don't forget after the race soldier shot him, he said, I got him right. Because they were embarrassed damn devils. They kicked him and then took 3 minutes to render aid. So this is what I'm saying. There was no shout out to you. Thank you for that, James. And thank you for that, Leslie. That's exactly what I was going to say, though, Lucky. Let me tell you something. And then the officer does this in the midst of all the protests and riots. Don't give no fuck. No, not one damn. Don't give no damn, because I say damn. I don't give no damn, right? Some people don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. He didn't get not one damn. You are already in the middle of protesting. You're already dealing with police murders. Everybody is in an uprise, and everybody is out here burning shit down. But this proves my point. You do realize all that's going on is not changing shit. It's not intimidating to anybody. The powers that be are not intimidated by any of this. This is changing nothing. This is so much fucking wasted energy. This energy could go in the planet. All these black people could come together with all these dumbass white people and everybody else in the street and burn everything the fuck down in their own communities. Why we can't come together like this and come up with a plan politically to fucking demand? My question will be, when all of these politicians start going from city to city and they start doing their campaigning, are y'all gonna show the fuck up outside in those kind of numbers with your signs demanding reparations, making noise for all of the shit that black people want? If you're not gonna do that, then why the fuck are you doing this? How come we can show up to the streets with fucking pieces of paper to be out there burning shit down and looking at all the mayhem that's going on in our goddamn communities? But when I tell people that the Black Agenda has a planning meeting every fucking Sunday, it only got room for 50 people in each Sunday. It ain't full every Sunday. Because we work on our emotions. And going out there makes you feel good, but I'm sorry to tell y'all, it's not changing a motherfucking thing. The reason that cop didn't think twice before he did what he did is because he doesn't give a fuck. He is looking at the cameras just like everybody else, saying, every time a black person dies, people get outraged like this. They have their protests, they have their riots, then eventually shit gets shut down and everybody goes home and then nothing really changes. And then we'll just move on and wait for the next one. The police are not threatened about this. You know what the police would be threatened about? Police reform that says if you shoot somebody and you're in the wrong or you cause their death, because in George Floyd's case, it wasn't a gun, it was a knee, but you caused somebody's death, they can sue you civilly and come after your pension. They can take your house. They can garnish your checks. I bet you. See, this is the thing. I bet you your damn signs, all that fucking outrage, like we finna do something. That's not changing nothing. If that man had to think about the fact that if I shoot this man and I'm not right about it, he could come and take all my livelihood from me. He could sue the hell out of me. I guarantee you, he would have thought twice then. That's why that's what police reform looks like. That's part of police reform, right? He has nothing to lose. When a person has nothing to lose, they would do anything because there's no consequence for them to pay. Shout out to you, Nappy Yankee. Right, two cops couldn't contain a drum. Right, and he was and I don't know when y'all watched it. He was a funny drunk to me. Like watching it at first before you see them kill this man. It was kind of funny at first. I mean, if you didn't know what was coming for him, and the officer was trying to keep a straight face. I know there was times he wanted to laugh because he was just beating around the bush, and he was just saying stuff. But I laughed a couple times too. He was just a silly drunk talking in circles because he didn't want to go to jail. That's why he was like, look, I could walk home. I could walk home. Shout out to you, psych major. I know that's right. If that's what you're really majoring in, that ain't just your name. That's something you should be majoring in. We should all know psychology. We should all know that. You don't want to read the Art of War. If you don't want to read 48 Laws of Power, just go read some psychology books. Go read about mass psychology, group psychology, conditioning. Read dark psychology, and you learn about manipulation and everything else that people do. So shout out to you. No, just for your name. And thank you for that. Because we pay them to kill us. Shout out to you, Deborah. Thank you for that. You said, what are my thoughts on the police bill of rights? What do you mean the police bill of rights? As far as what? They got too many motherfucking rights? Unless it's something that you're talking about. You're just talking about the rights that they have. Those things should be taken away from them. They get too goddamn protected. This is why they do what they do. Some of those protections need to come the fuck away from them. But this is not okay. I have seen police officers drive other drunks home. So this is my question: Why wouldn't you just get a man around home? I mean, you didn't have to arrest him. You could have left his car. He said he was up the street. Police have forgot this thing of that you're supposed to be there, protect and serve. I could be broke down on the freeway. I never have police stop and help me. What happened to that? What happened to, ma'am? Are you safe over here on the freeway? Do you need some help with this tire? Do you need us to call somebody for you? He could have also chose to just drive the man home. He could have done that as well. But no, you kill him instead. You kill him. Because he pointing a taser at you. And you all kind of feet away. The taser can't even reach you or touch you. And this is why you shoot him. In the midst of everything that's going on. So again, do you think that what the fuck we're doing makes a difference? They haven't even waited. A lot of times we say, okay, we all in an uproar. And it gets quiet for a moment. And then we say, wait on the next police murder because it's coming. Oh, they're not even letting you wait. Because they don't care. Because the same shit that we're doing right now, we've always done. How many of you have ever heard the saying? It's one of my favorite sayings. If you always do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. We've always protested. We've always marched. We've always kumbaya'd with motherfuckers in the streets talking about they are allies. We've always done this. And we're in the same position. So when are we going to start to believe and understand that this shit ain't working? So like I said, don't like this video for me, share this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so when YouTube's not hating. But let's talk about not only the disregard and that, let's talk about these two brothers that have been found hung from trees. Let's talk about that. So in the midst of all of this, if we think that we're doing something and this is supposed to stop anything, this is what I mean. Do y'all remember when I told y'all that we're too weak to contend with our enemy? Do you remember when the corona thing first came out, and there was articles on white supremacist groups who were saying it got exposed that they were saying that if they caught corona, that their goal was to give it to as many non-white people as they could, so that they could hopefully die. Do y'all remember that? And I talked about the viciousness of our enemy and that they're willing to do some very diabolical things that we're not willing to do. And I told you that there are white people that when the corona came out, there were some of them that were so white supremacist, right? That I just uphold whiteness all the way and I hate everybody else so much. That there was some of those white people, I'm sure they were hoping they would catch corona. I know there was a white boy too that was like, well, I hope I catch it so I can give it to everybody. It was white people like that hoping they could catch it just so they could spread it. So their thing was to white spit on elevator doors like they were doing in the Chinese shit and put it on handles and go to the shout out to you, Joe Adam. Okay, after I get off live, I'll text you the link. I'll make one on Zoom and I'll text you the link. And I call you. So, want y'all to understand that the things that they do, we are not willing to do, and this is why we are in the position that we're in. You out there protesting and riding, and some white person somewhere, might be police officers. I'm not even going to not even include them in who the goddamn person might be. Right? I include police officers. So we have two black men. One was, don't quote me on this, I think he was like 24, the other one was 38. The other one was in his early 20s. About 50 miles apart from each other. And they're laughing and they're like, oh, they out there burning shit down in their community. They're rioting, they're protesting, they're doing really pretty speeches and telling us what we ain't gonna do to them no more and what the fuck they demand. And some white people were sitting there just laughing their ass off. And they said, fuck this shit. And they threw back some beers, probably some Coronas. And they threw them motherfuckers in the bushes and said, let's go get a nigga. And they drove down the street and they found them a black man. And they hung him from a tree. And this is what happened. And you can say to me, well, how do you know this is what happened? I'm going to tell you how I know this is what happened. Shout out to you, Deborah. Oh yes, Deborah was talking about the Bill of Rights. Yeah, that's what I said. If that's what you're talking about, other than something in that's what I'm talking about. They do have these rights that says as a police officer, like they can't be civilly tried for things that they do while they're on duty. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like those things need to be reevaluated, and they should not be protected so much that they can actually break the law and still be protected. Those protections should have stipulations. So yes, that is exactly what I was talking about when I was saying they need to change that because that's part of their Bill of Rights where it says that you can't do that. Where you can't come after an officer's pension or if they're found wrong, if they're acting on duty, only the police force can be sued for that officer's actions. You can't come after the officer. That comes from the rights that they have. Oh yeah. Here for Truth says, thank you for the donation. He says the law enforcement officer's Bill of Rights. Google it, family. This does exist. Absolutely. That. Those are the rights that protect them. Shout out to you, Tiana. Thank you for that. So yeah, go look them up. And when you talk about reform, go look at all the rights that they have, and you'll get some idea of how reform should look. Because some of those laws, those rights that they have, to me, when you look at the rights they're given, it literally gives them a pass to get away with a whole lot of stuff. Somebody telling somebody to shut up in the chat. I mean, if y'all got trolls, they bothering y'all know they don't bother me. Y'all cuss their ass out. But if they bothering y'all know, hit them up. Right, get their ass up out of here. Shout out to you, Mr. Shaka Zulu. Thank you for that. I love you back. This a marriage proposal. I told you got to email me, send me a picture. Look. Well, thank you for the donation and the marriage proposal. Thank you for the compliment. That's how I'm gonna take it. Look. But so check this out though. So they got you go look up the Bill of Rights because those are some of the things that I was speaking about. That's why I said if you're talking about the rights that they have to be protected from or you're talking about something different, I don't know. But go look at that. That's why I told you they need to change some stuff. So yeah, everybody go look it up and see exactly what I'm talking about. They have all these rights that protect them from the bullshit that they do. This is another reason why they feel comfortable doing it. That's why I said that police officer, if he didn't have so many rights and things backing him up to do the bullshit he did, he might have thought twice. I'm sure he would have thought twice before he shot that brother in his back. Right? Shout out to you, Black Love Natural. Thank you for that. I love you back. Thank you. But let's talk about these two brothers, right? So how do I know that they were lynched and they didn't commit suicide? Well, if you go look up statistics and you look at people who commit suicide, first of all, go look at how many people commit suicide by hanging, right? Shout out to you, the warrior. And thank you, the Fluvius. I was listening to Malcolm X, the Battle of the Bullet speech the other day. How the hell are we in the same position 50 years later? Wake up, damn. Yeah. You do what you always done, you're going to do what you always got. The things that I'm saying today, and you hear other people step forward and say to us about the conditions we're in, like I'm just saying the same thing that people said before I came. Not because I studied what they said and I said what they're saying, because I analyzed the situation. And when you look at the situation, you have no choice but to come up with the same goddamn conclusion. When you look at what the problem is and you really analyze the problem from that aspect, you have no choice but to come up with the same solution. We're gonna all come to the same equation because 2 plus 2 equals 4. John Doe, what is she talking about? John Doe, there go John Doe with the capital letters and say, come on now. Come on, Ichi, come on now, what? John Doe, what is Ichi, come on now, what? What do you want me to come on now with? I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not paying you no attention in this chat. I was talking and I said, if you bothering other people and they think you trolls, my people know what to do. So I don't even know what you're talking about. And nothing I done damn said, so I don't know what you mean. Um, I don't know what he's talking about. But y'all be killing me with the capital letters. Y'all can stop yelling at me. I know I be yelling, but I ain't yelling at y'all. I'm yelling about what's going on. Shout out to you, Tiana. Y'all ain't got to be here, people out there. Y'all ain't got to kick them out unless they get on y'all damn nerves. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm trying to talk about what I'm talking about. I don't know what y'all talking about in this chat. And this every now and then some shit gets my attention. I don't know what y'all talking about. I hope they're talking about what I'm talking about. Oh, he said he wants solutions. Thank you, Chocolate Bunny. And I'm gonna tell y'all too, I'm gonna need y'all motherfuckers to quit trying to flag my videos. Damn y'all some haters. Shout out to you, Otis. Stop trying to flag my videos. Y'all just be hating the motherfuckers. Leave me alone. I did. I don't. And probably, I would say I pissed off a black, I mean the white person, but it's probably somebody black hating on me because y'all do this shit to me all the time. Look, let me say this. Don't come and ask me about no goddamn solutions. Okay? John Doe. I've seen your name before. So if you've been around a while, I've seen John Doe's name before. So I want John Doe to shut the fuck up talking to me. And I hate when you come in and say that. What are the solutions? First of all, I would say to you, the person who actually asked you for a solution, we're gonna come back to the conversation. I ain't forgot where I was. But let me address that, right? Um, so I'm not saying that you don't support me. You said you support a lot. All I'm saying is if you are around and you know that, then why are you asking me what are solutions? Do you not see me give solutions all the time? You don't know what the black agenda is? Do you not know that every single Sunday of this month we have planning meetings because we are doing solutions? You don't know that the black agenda has gone international while we was on quarantine, and we're setting up another country now too. You don't know that twice a week we have support groups online so that black people can come together and we can talk about the issues we have and find our ways around it. You don't know that I help people build businesses every day. I help people get their kids in homeschool. And at the same time, I'm help building all of these things. Like, I just don't understand somebody who says, right? Okay, you said I've been out there protesting in the streets every damn day. All right, y'all, though, let me tell you something. I don't know when you started that, but me has been out in the streets protesting every damn day for years now. This is why I don't do it anymore. So, I mean, I don't know. Do you think that because you're offended at what I'm saying, I'm telling you the truth? Don't get upset. Shout out to you, Tiana. I'm not mad at you. You've been out there every day in the streets and you've been doing that shit. I did the same thing too. And I learned the hard way that it wasn't solving any goddamn thing. So if you want to go out in the streets, you can. It does not null and void what I said. Nobody is going against what you're doing. Do what you do. But I would prefer if you use that energy in another manner. Because you're not changing any fucking thing. So just understand that you can go out in the streets all you want. You're not changing nothing. Bottom line. So if you're implying that I don't have any solutions because you're out in the streets and I'm not marching and protesting in the streets, it's not a solution. Mechee put in work, right? I go deal with people. I go to communities. I cry with my folks. There's plenty of little kids who 8 or 9. They love Mechee too. They know who the hell I am. I go around helping my people build solutions to first and foremost make their life, their community, and themselves better. Because black people cannot get up and demand anything until we first start with ourselves and change the way we think and the way that we deal with each other. So and deal with all the trauma in our own goddamn homes. So this is what I do every day. So you keep on ahead going to them streets. And guess what? When this protest is over, this march is over, and everybody gets quiet in America, Nietzsche gonna still be doing the work. Because I don't just wait for protests. I don't wait for black people to get shot and then go the fuck out there and march and protest thinking that's gonna change something. Because before the next man gets shot, guess what I'm doing? I'm being proactive, not reactive. We're planning and doing things before it gets to this. I don't wait for something to happen to make me move. Enough has already happened that I move every motherfucking day. Except for Mondays. Mondays, my auntie and everybody. let me on the panel to talk about police reform. Tell them I promise I won't cuss. Shout out to you, DB. Thank you for that. So Mechee, do the work. And I don't wait till something gets me upset to go ride out in the streets. I do the work whether a black man is in the news or not, whether the police are killing somebody in the news or not, right? The work I do is not always done on the screen. So I'm not, YouTube is the least of what the hell I do. Trust and believe that. So, more power to you. I'm not mad at you for being in the streets. I'm just telling you, you ain't changing shit. Don't get all upset with me. It hurts you. Shout out to you, Tiana. Well, I'm glad you are too, John. But I'm gonna move on now because now you're like me too with exclamation marks. This is not a battle of who's doing what. You don't want to come here asking about some goddamn solutions and then telling me how much you support me. So I'm not supposed to say nothing back to you because you're talking crazy. And then you talk about you in the streets. It's like you trying to compare what I do to what you do. We're not the same, bro. You're not me, and I don't want to be you. Now, let's move on. And I hate when people say that too. Let me just throw that out there. Just because y'all donate to me or y'all do them type of things, I don't give a fuck if you donate me $5,000 goddamn dollars. It don't give you the right to say some dumbass shit to me. I can't be bought. You can't say it. I can get your money back so I can talk about what somebody's saying something crazy to me. If you support me, then what are you supporting? If you don't know what I do, then why are you supporting me? Most people who support Mechee is because they know what I do. And they know the money and the support they give me goes towards the movement. So if you don't know what I do, why the fuck are you supporting me? And then come and talking shit like you don't know what I do. I don't even know your name. Your name is John Doe. You talking to me? You don't even know your name. You come up here and talking about you John Doe. I ain't never seen a John Doe in my cash app. You lying. So what's your real name? All right, John. Look. All right, look. Wonder Woman said, is you black? Right, this should be the first question. Because look, if you ain't, I'm mad as fuck because you don't waste my time arguing with white folks. You ain't black. I want them to block you now. If you black, you can stay. If you white, John Doe, you gotta go. All right, y'all, come on, let's get back to the conversation. So you got these two men, and they're hung. But this is the thing: people do not hang themselves from trees when they want to commit suicide. And I'm serious about this, y'all. Y'all go and I can see your message now, Tiana. I want you to go and look up statistically the type of ways that people commit suicide, right? They break that shit down for you. Go to when people hang themselves, you can even go and look up the statistic and it breaks down where people hang themselves. People don't hang themselves outside from trees. That's not something that's common. Shout out to you, Shirley, for that fofo post. You know that's my number. Thank you. Shout out to you, one stick. Yeah, we moving on. Thank you for the donation. Look, so understand that people do not do this. People do not decide I'm going to kill myself and commit suicide. I'm going to hang myself. And I think I'm going to go outside and hang myself from a tree in a public place, in a park, in my mother's backyard. Like even the young man that was hung in his mother's backyard, he didn't even live with his mother. So he drove or walked to his mother's house to hang himself in the backyard of his mother. I want y'all to think about that. Come on. When most people commit suicide outside, there are several ways that people commit suicide outside. Hanging is usually an indoor type of a suicide. When people kill themselves outside, they murder themselves by running in front of cars, trains, they jump off bridges, things of that nature. When you usually shoot yourself or you hang yourself, those are people usually are found inside of somewhere when they do those types of things. It's not really something you find outside. So that is not a very common thing for people to hang themselves from trees outside. And these are facts, okay? And the crazy thing is, I have yet to see a news article about a white person or anybody else that's been hung from a tree. And I just want y'all to think about it. As black people, no matter what we do know or we don't know about our history, I'm sure that all black people know that black folks used to be rich. Because it wasn't that long ago. I keep telling y'all that. Like, it wasn't that long ago. Like, your great grandfather remembers and was alive when people were being lynched. Which means there are great grandfathers that have grandchildren who are alive today, and their grandfathers were actually one doing the lynching. It wasn't that long ago. So black people know this. So So why is it that so many black people would just be like, oh, I think I want to die, and they just decide to go hang themselves from a tree in public? Like, that really makes sense? Y'all really believe that? Does anybody fucking believe that? And is there anybody in the chat tonight that would like to argue me with this? Does anybody think that this could have been a suicide, or people really do kill themselves like this, and that there's no chance that somebody did this to them? I don't need to see the crime scene. I don't need to see the motherfucking police report. From everything that I know and the logic that I have and the statistics and facts tell me, this man, neither one of these men, none of these hangings, did they hang themselves? They didn't do this shit. This ain't no goddamn suicide. Just like the boy in Atlanta. So you mean to tell me a college student that's going to school, he's all depressed and sad? That could be possible. He could be suicidal. Absolutely. But you mean to tell me he goes outside to a bridge and he hangs himself from the bridge with a chain, not a rope, not his belt? Most people commit suicide by hanging. They usually use something they have in the house, a sheet, a belt. Nobody goes out and buys a chain to hang themselves with. Right. And he still had his backpack on. Like, I really don't need my motherfucking backpack. So if I got to climb over this ledge to hang myself because I want to die, I should probably take the backpack off first because it would be easier for me to climb over the ledge. Yes? None of this makes sense. Shout out to you, Mechee. Thank you for that. I love you back. And then these men were 50 miles apart, the lynchings. I'm going to tell you, I believe that it was done by the same people. Tiana said it was three people. There's two in Cali. Those are the two I'm talking about. She said it's one in New York. Names in the chat. So it's the third person. So do y'all think this is a coincidence that three black people have been hung from trees out in the open during all of this protesting and marching? Do you believe that these were suicides? And everybody's going to say, no, they're not suicides. Great. I'm glad we agree on that. Now let's get to the real thing that I would like to fucking say. What the fuck are we in the streets? John Doe? Why are we out there doing this bullshit with pieces of paper and marching and protesting and doing all of this as if it's going to change anything? And while we out here doing the same ass kumbaya bullshit that we do every generation after another, fighting to fit into somebody's position that don't fucking want us there, instead of building our own, they out there like, fuck y'all, while y'all got signs, we just gonna kill y'all. Now, one of the brothers in California, he was hung across from the city hall. And the tree that he's hanging from, the flag is right above his head. And the tree that he was left hanging from. You don't know that that's fucking symbolism? Let me tell you something. If you watch, you probably heard this story. My mother, one of her husbands that passed away, he was 76 when he passed away. He was 76 and he passed away, I don't know, maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. 76. There's a town in Colorado called Pueblo, Colorado. And he told my mother that he never liked going through Pueblo because he remembers when he was 8 years old. So you do the math. You do the math. He was 8 years old, and he said that he remembers driving through that town with his father, and there was a black man hanging from a tree in front of the courthouse. Y'all want to keep acting like this shit was so long ago? The fact that he was hung by the city hall and the American flag is above his head, that was all symbolism to mean something. And then let me ask you this. For all of the places that they have cameras everywhere, you do know that this country got us so surveillance stuff. You can't go nowhere. If I go outside right now on my front porch and I pick my drawers out my ass, somebody could see it. It's on the camera somewhere. And I don't know if they watching at the moment, but they can go back and they be like, oh, look at this, your gorgeous. They her drawers out her ass. You can't go nowhere and not be watched. There are cameras everywhere. Do we know that? Shout out to you, RD. Thank you for that. You said make the universe reveal these killers before the summer is over. The question is, will they pay the price? If they reveal the killers, are we going to go and get them? Shout out to you, Ebony. Thank you for that. If we knew who the killers were, are we going to go get them? Or are we going to protest and demand that the court system give us justice? This is what we keep doing. D. She says it's a warning. It is. They're speaking something to you and they're letting you know you niggas can play these games if you want to. While y'all marching and protesting, we'll hang your ass up from a tree. You think you the real gangsters and thugs. We're not the real thugs. They are. They bout it. We not bout it. They tell you we the thugs. No, you the thugs. The white folks y'all got that all the way. You the thugs. Because see, if we really had any of that in us, I don't know. We should have woke up one morning in the sunrise to George Zimmerman hanging from a tree in the park. You know, and it would have been easy to get away with because everybody was angry about what he did. Any black person could have hung him from that tree. But I guarantee you know what they would have had? They would have had video footage had he been hung in a public park where there's buildings around with videos. You mean to fucking tell me there ain't no cameras around? There ain't no cameras around? There's no cameras. I want you to show me. There's a street sign somewhere. There's a fucking camera up by the city hall. There are cameras around there. So I'm going to need you to show me this brother getting up in the tree, putting the rope up there, and jumping down to hang himself. I'm going to need you to show me the video of this. The reason why you probably would never see the video, although 90% of the time there probably is a video. There are cameras everywhere, and that is just the truth. You are being watched and you think you ain't being watched. There are cameras everywhere. They implemented them while you were sleeping and you ain't even think about it because these are those policies that get implemented that nobody ever wants to think about or talk about. So it happens while you're worried about other shit that they're distracting you with. But they've been put in shit to put up cameras on regular street corners, in your hood, on your light post, on your fucking electric tower. There are cameras everywhere. They implemented them shits a long time ago. This is why they saw Jussie Smolowit's ass talk about, oh, he went out of camera range, but they couldn't find nobody doing nothing to him on all the cameras. When Jussie Smolowitz came forward talking about, oh, they maggoted me and they fucked me up and they was white people, you notice that they looked at every inch of the area because there were cameras everywhere in New York and they didn't find any evidence of that. So where the fuck are the cameras for these brothers who supposedly hung themselves, especially in places that are public? Shout out to you, Tiana. Wow. Okay, send it to me. Tiana said she's going to email me about a white supremacist group called Boogaloo Boys, who shot 4 cops last week and said they knew black people would get blamed and that they wanted to start another civil war. But yeah, white people are ready. That's the one thing I'll tell you, too. Shout out to you, brother. I don't want to murder your name. I'm not going to murder your name, but I thank you for that. Thank you for the donation. But the white folks do want to start a race war. They do want to start a civil war. You know why? Because they ready. They ready. They're ready. We're not ready. Y'all ready? How many sharpshooters I got in the chat room? How many of y'all can take a motherfucker out from yards away? How many of y'all know how to sit on the roof with a scope on your gun? How many of you just simply know that if you have a bigger gun, you got to brace that motherfucker in your shoulder, and do you know how to brace it? How many of you know that when you bust a gun, not like in the movies, you don't turn that motherfucker to the side, because that is definitely not how you shoot a firearm. How many of you just know that simple shit? In the chat right now. We not ready. Yeah, they ready for a war to happen because they ready. They ready. They've been hunting mooses and bears and cows and your black ass all this time. They're ready. Mr. C says, speak for yourself. I wasn't speaking for myself because I know how to do all of those things. I'm just saying majority of our people, when we get into this position, when we're talking about black people as a whole, we're not ready. So let me tell you one solution that Mechee is implementing. We are right now putting together one of the dopest defense teams at the Black Agenda, and I'm excited with all the brothers that have all the skills and the knowledge that they have. And I cannot wait till we get it put together after this month is over. Mechee will be taking some trips, and we are going to get this together, and we will be implementing things so that we can bring you this same training and this same defense so that you can be ready for whatever. It is your American right. It is in the Constitution. You should practice your Second Amendment right. That you built this motherfucker on your back. You better goddamn make sure that you take advantage of every law there is. And again, if any of you black people are out there and you need to expunge your record because you cannot get a firearm because you committed a non-violent crime many years ago, but you have a felony, so you can't get one, you might want to check out a sister at availableforanswers.com. I shouted her out in the last video. She will help you with that paperwork and that process if you don't know how to do it. But I'm no respecter of the law, so don't listen to me. But I don't give a fuck if they tell me I can have a goddamn gun or not. I don't give a fuck what they tell me. You have to come find it. I'm breaking the law, motherfucker. I don't care. So some people uphold the law, some people abide by the law. I'm not a respecter of the law, so I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I'm a single woman that lives here alone with some kids. You come up in this motherfucker and find out if I respect that goddamn record if you want to. Damn, you're not supposed to have a gun. Mm-hmm. I know. Thank you, Lucky. Shout out to you for the donation. He says, what's my thought on black cops right now? I feel that black cops are should be cops. I think that you should step away right now if you are a cop because stuff about to get real heated and you just gonna get caught up in it. Black cops are not anything more but the same thing that they were when it was the slave patrol. Do y'all know? Shout out to you, Tiana. Thank you for that. Yes, NAGA, NAAGA is setting up chapters in everybody's cities. You can actually talk to them and go ahead and get your chapter set up. But black police officers are nothing more. Do you remember? Did you know that the history of police, first of all, with the slave patrol, and when they allowed black people to become police, black officers could not carry guns. You weren't allowed to carry a gun because you were black, right? Excuse me, can y'all close the door upstairs, please? Thank you. So you were not allowed to carry a firearm at all. And black officers were also told when they first became police that you cannot even check non-black people. Did you know that? Black officers could not check non-black people. They could only police their own people. So check out the psychology in this. They began from the very beginning to teach black people that first of all, you're not cops like we're cops. And the only people you're allowed to check is your own motherfucking people. Now fast forward to today. The only people that black police officers are checking are black people. When have you seen a black officer just shoot a white person and get away with it? Remember the black man? He was a black officer, and he shot the lady, the yoga pants wearing white lady, who startled him because she came up on the side of his cruiser. And I could to be honest with you, I could actually see how he reacted the way he reacted. It wasn't a brutal, just outright bitch, let me kill you. I could understand how that happened, and I don't think that he should have gotten in trouble for that shit. But because he wasn't no white man, because he had this back of skin, guess where the fuck he at? Somebody said he wasn't black, he was Somali. Let me tell you something. When we talk about ADOS in this country, we're talking about reparations. When you are talking about racism, anybody else that is considered a black motherfucker is considered a black motherfucker. They don't give a damn about where you came from or what you do. If you're not white and you got black color to you, they don't give a damn if you're an immigrant. It's all seen the same in their eyes when it comes down to that. Trust and believe me, his dark skin is the reason that his ass got in jail. Because if he was a white man, he never would have went to jail for that. If he was a white officer, he never would have went to jail. You want a better example? Shout out to you, the Smoothiest. He changed it. He said that the coroner changed his the suicide statement right from the backlash. Because at first he did try to say that it was suicide. That's the first thing they always goddamn say before the coroner even gets to do any goddamn thing. Do y'all remember the officer in where was he? Baltimore? And he got mad at the black dude on the sidewalk and he just started beating the shit out of him. How many of y'all remember that? And there was a black man, all the way black man. Probably a DOS black man. He got fired fucking immediately. He was in trouble for all of that. Wasn't no desk duty. Wasn't no none of that shit. So does that one sit and resonate with you more? Right. They go to jail. They get fired right away. They get long sentences for the shit that they do. So I want you to know it's the same thing. They've been conditioning black officers since from before now that the only people you get to check are other black people. This is what they've always told black officers. And I've talked to so many black officers in touring with the black agenda, and they have told me that we're ex-officers, but they had to admit, I have plenty of black officers come to me and say, you know what? When we were officers, you're right. Like I went in it for one thing, but after a while, it just became part of the culture. And as black people, I did find that we were, harassing our people or doing shit to our people or watching other officers do stuff to our people, and we weren't doing anything about it. And we got kind of caught up in it. And I was like, this is not what I got in it for. If black officers are honest with you, they've been honest with me, they will tell you the truth in it. So black people shouldn't be police officers. This is what I think. I think that unless the police force is something different and unless it is reformed from the ground on up so it's not the fucking slave patrol anymore, black people shouldn't even be police officers. That's like you joining the Bloods or the Crips because you want to stop gang violence. Police are domestic fucking terrorists. And you can debate me all you want, and people can say, no, they're not. Well, I would just ask you, have you ever studied terrorism? Have you ever in school wrote a whole class for the college to teach on terrorism? Well, I have. So I know the subject about terrorism very well, and they are domestic fucking terrorists. Why? And their number one target, they have other targets, but their number one target is black people. So why the fuck will black people be a part of that? So I get the black officer who says, well, I'm just trying to make a difference. If I don't do it, then who else will do it? Well, I'm just telling you that that's not how it works. Once you get into the police force, you realize that you're in a gang. It's a blue wall of silence, and you're no longer black. You're blue. But if you do something wrong, you become black again real quick. And if black officers were so outstanding, I want you to show me the black officers that have watched other officers brutalize our people, overstep their bounds, commit crimes against us. What black officers have stepped in and stopped it? Where are those black officers at? Shout out to you, Tiana. Thank you for that. I am not going to check it out. I see that I am. So this is my thing. Black officers is a joke. Because if you're a black officer, you cannot tell me that you've been on the force all this time and you've never run across cops doing fucked up shit to your people or just doing fucked up shit, period, for being a police officer. So if you're such an outstanding officer, black people that want to be police, how come we don't see you checking the police that are doing wrong when they're doing wrong? How come you shut the fuck up, you don't say nothing, and you let them get away with it, and then eventually you motherfuckers start to participate? So when I say fuck the police, I'm sorry, I mean fuck the police as in all you motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck if they black. Fuck them too. And that's just the truth. Because if they said that they wasn't about what they was doing, then you would see more black officers stepping up to check the other officers that are doing wrong. If you're a black officer and you stood by and you watched officers brutalize black people for no reason and you didn't step in, you're the motherfucking domestic terrorist too. You, as far as I'm concerned, you with the motherfucking police. Fuck you too. You ain't black no more. You blue, nigga. Like, I ain't black, I'm OJ. You ain't black, you a police officer. Until they remind you that you black, go ahead and shoot the wrong white girl. Go ahead and shoot the wrong white boy. Matter of fact, go ahead and shoot the wrong black person. Watch a black officer shoot another black person, and I bet you they ass to get tried and fired and convicted faster than a white. You can't even be a cop and shoot another black person to get away with it. So if this is the truth, and these are truths, I mean, just speak me with some facts, bring them. Why the fuck would you even be an officer? That's my message to police officers that are black. If this is what you're doing, what's the point? You're just helping fucking police terrorize everybody, your people the most. You gotta be ashamed of your goddamn self. You want to be a police officer? I get that, fine. But if you're gonna go in there talking about you upstanding and you making change, then make some motherfucking change and stop converting and doing the fuck shit that they do. This is what you need to do. Otherwise, you don't get to say shit to me as a black police officer. Fuck you too. Double fuck you. Because if you black, you really supposed to say something when you see this shit happen. And you don't. So, again, I don't believe all black folks get along. We all got a kumbaya. You can be black. If you in the way and do an enemy, I still see you as an enemy. And you're a very detrimental one because you help them do the things that they do to us. They use you against your own people. Yeah, I ain't got time for it. So, no, I have no regard for police. I don't give a fuck what color they are. I don't like none of them. None of them. And I'm not saying in a personal sense because there's plenty of police officers, like I said, that have come to me in my travel and said that they used to be police officers, but they said they're having a hard time being a police officer right now. So in that regard, in that respect, if your mind is opening and you realize what you're doing is not where you need to be. Yes, I did. I got the list. Thank you. I love you back. then yeah, you're not doing nothing to help nobody. I don't have no regard over that. So I'm saying if you're in that position, because there are police officers that I've spoken with and watch me and shit like that, but they've also come to their senses and they've also had a problem with what it is that they've been doing and they've been honest about what they've seen and what they participated in when they speak to me. So when you coming from that perspective and you starting to realize where you wrong, then we can have a conversation. We can find some level ground. But when you out there standing your ground right now with everything that's going on, talk about I'm the police, you could just shut the fuck up and sit your ass down because you look dumb as a black person saying that shit. Like all skin folk ain't kin folk. Shout out to you, Ebony. Thank you for that. So that's how I feel about black police. But I want y'all to. I guess the thing that I want us to get tonight the most from this conversation is with the brothers being hung and everything that's going on. I don't understand how we think that we are making more progress than whatever. I have watched everybody say these riots, these protests, everybody around the world is looking for us, and we make some change. And finally, the revolution is here. Really? Y'all got pieces of paper and they hanging you from trees. And we know that it's not a suicide. And let me tell you something too. Another reason why a lot of these hangings do not they never find somebody that did it and they always call them suicides from the very beginning. Do not think that sometimes it's not police officers doing this. Now we've been told that the police force has been infiltrated by white supremacists. So we know that there are white supremacists in the police force. So if you show up to the scene and you see a brother hanging from a tree and the first thing you say is, oh, it's a suicide. Even when it's evidence that this is not a suicide, it's kind of weird. Just looking at everything going on, this is not really feeling right. They label every lynching. And if you don't believe me, go look at how many black people have been found hanging from trees. It's a couple every year. Every year there's a couple of them. Don't think this shit went away and they're all suicides. All of them, really? Let me tell you a story. When I lived in Colorado and I was going to school, the police did not like me at all because I went to school for criminal justice and they would try and fuck with me and they would be like, that punk ass bitch Michelle. And we would go back and forth and they would argue with me because I knew my law. They did not like them. Also because I was a nigga. There wasn't many black people in the town we lived in. My mother lived there, so I was there with my mom. Shout out to you, Reginald. Thank you for that. To be always in the house. And so they didn't like me and they used to try and harass me. And people wrote "nigga get out" on our barn for us to get out of their town. They did not want our black asses there, and we did. But the police burnt my house down, and then were the ones who investigated. So I want you to understand that police officers commit these crimes as well, and then show up to the scene and say, "Oh." So it's not surprising to me that they're all considered suicides right off the bat because some of these lynchings have probably been done by police officers themselves. I want you to think about right now, police officers are catching a lot of flack. People are talking shit to them. They're talking about defunding the police. You know, people are attacking the police. People are fucked up and mad at the police. So when you think about it, who do you think that will want some retaliation on some black people? And this would be the perfect time to do it. So don't think that these can't be officers that are hanging these brothers from trees. That's why they're so quick to call them suicides. I lived in housing at the time, the only housing apartment that I ever had. I was 19 years old. They came into my house to harass me because a guy that I was seeing and claimed he was committing some crimes and the stolen merchandise might be in my crib. Well, they came in my crib, didn't find nothing because it was untrue. And because I lived in housing, they got my key from the housing authority. So they come into my house, and where we stayed was an apartment housing was a house. So I had a house with a yard and everything else. Um, and they came into my house and they fucked my house up. If you've ever had your house raided, the police come in, they got a warrant, they tear up everything. They flip all your shit over, they tear up everything, they throw every dish out the cabinet, they just flip over shit just to be flipping over. They fucked up my whole house. And I'm 19, I'm come home, I'm trying to be in college, I got a kid, and I was like, oh, I do not want to clean up this house. I'm already angry because they fucking with me for no goddamn reason other than the fact that I'm a black woman, right? So they continue to mess with me. They're bothering me, my mom. They don't like none of our family. So they fuck up my house. They don't find nothing. They just do it because they can. They trying to show me you ain't tougher than us, bitch. I'm telling you, you know, when we pulled you over the other day and you thought you knew your laws and we had to let you go, well, we back now. What you gonna do about this? They just like to harass me and we will go toe to toe. Fuck you, they fuck with me. So shout out to you, Dark Energy. I'm telling you what we're gonna do about it. So in a minute. So next thing I know, I leave my house and I say, Mama, I ain't ready to clean this house up. So I'm just gonna come over to your house for a couple of days. I'm just not ready to deal with it. I've never in my life seen my house look this way, and I don't know what to do. And I'm devastated because they did. They fucked my house up. They broke things and just were very disregarded. I didn't want to clean up and I didn't want to see. So I went to my mom's house. I was at my mom's house for a whole day. The second day I was there, 1 o'clock in the morning, they come to my mother's house. We just want to let you know your house burned down this evening. And I'm like, what? My house burned down. Yes, your house caught on fire. And I'm like, well, how did that happen? Well, we don't know. We're still investigating. So I go home the next day and I go in my house. And, I mean, the house is burnt inside. Everything's burnt up. Like the roof is still intact. It wasn't burnt down to the ground, but everything in my house was burnt. There was soot everywhere on everything. Shout out to you, Angela. Thank you for that. Um, and I look on my couch, and my couch is completely devoured. It's obvious to me, without being a fire investigator, that somebody doused an accelerant on my motherfucking couch, and that's how the fire got started. So then I noticed though that all my door is kicked in and it's fucked up, and the police say to me, "Well, they had to break their way in your house to put the fire out because the house was locked up." I said, "Well, how did my house catch on fire then? Nobody was home if the doors were locked up. How did somebody start some fire in my house because nobody's been home in 2 days?" Do you know these motherfuckers started treating me like I was the criminal? They told me not to worry about it. Don't worry about it, Miss Kolchak. We're the ones here asking the questions. I said, wait a minute, I'm the motherfucking victim here. They said your house burnt down. We have concluded that your house burned down because someone must have left a cigarette or something burnt. I don't smoke cigarettes. I ain't been in my house for 2 days. How the fuck, if I left a cigarette lit, how the fuck would a cigarette that was lit 2 days ago and I wasn't even in my house set my house on fire? Them motherfuckers burnt my house down. And when I called them 2 days in a row, they cussed me out. I was like, don't ask us no questions. We ask you motherfucking questions. This place was little as fuck. They burnt down my goddamn house so that I couldn't get in houses. They wanted us to leave their town because we was black. Housing told me that since my house got burned down and the police had a warrant the day before I went in my house that I broke and violated rules. I said, but they didn't find that. I didn't do anything. I wasn't found guilty of nothing. Well, it doesn't matter. You can't get in housing. I was like, is y'all going to give me another unit? No, absolutely not. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers want us to leave their town bad because they was all in cahoots. And I'm talking about a town, so it's a little place. But shout out to you, James. You said these hangers are meant to outrage us. We should not take the bait. No, it ain't, because we don't never do shit when people get hung. We don't. We have had our people be lynched a lot over the years, and we never do anything about any of these lynchings. So they know us better than we know ourselves. They don't think we're going to do anything. I think that it is white supremacists. I think that it may even possibly be the police. And I think that they have lynched these brothers from trees to tell you, while you out here doing this dumb shit in this paper, and you protested in the streets, and y'all yelling and screaming and giving speeches, ain't nobody threatened by you niggas. This is what they're telling you. We're not threatened by you niggas. You keep on marching. We're just gonna hang another one of you from a tree. What you gonna do? You're not gonna do nothing, because y'all don't never do nothing. You're just gonna run around here and be seen as the thugs, but we the real thugs. And you ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing about it. This is what they're telling you. And they're right. We're not gonna do a motherfucking thing about it. And see, people don't like my solution, some of them. Some of them they don't like, but that's my solution. People say, well, what we gonna do about the lynchings? Somebody asked me that a minute ago. I don't know. Why don't you go lynch somebody back? I know that sounds real radical, huh? I don't know. Aren't y'all tired of not fighting fire with fire? Like, we've already tried the kumbaya, let's love everybody scenario. Have we not done that? That shit doesn't work. I'm gonna say this again, and I'm gonna keep saying this. What would happen if you hang somebody from a tree? I don't know. We got a couple officers right now. You don't know who hung the brothers from a tree. We have a couple of targets. We know their names. We know where motherfuckers live. Do you not? I don't know. Y'all gonna go hang one of them? I don't know. Y'all got enough balls to follow a motherfucker and hide in the bush? Y'all want to be gangsters and watch all these movies with Capone in them. Like, you gonna wait in the bush? You gonna wait down the street? And when they take off, follow them and catch up with them and put them in the trunk and then take them somewhere and hang them from a tree? Or you not gonna do that, huh? So guess what? They're just gonna keep hanging us from trees. Ain't nothing gonna change. Y'all think that's radical? I think it's stupid that we think that we should sit back and not fight people in the same sense that they fight us. I bet you if you hang one of them from a tree, the police are not going to call that suicide. They're going to immediately say, this is a murder. I promise you they will. I bet you they won't call that a suicide. Shout out to you, Brian. So that's my solution. I know y'all don't like to hear it, but they hang our people from trees. I think we should hang some of their people from trees. You kill one of ours, I think we should kill three of ours. See, we like to call Nat Turner this really great leader. All of y'all, how many of y'all love Nat Turner? Oh, Nat Turner he was about it. Nat Turner was killing motherfuckers. Nat Turner said, no sex, right? And no age should be spared. That meant kill the men, the women, and the motherfucking children. Kill them all. Because if you just kill master, we become property of his wife. And guess what? The woman in the house and white women were just as diabolical, if not worse, when it came to slavery. They came up with a lot of those really torturous things, like putting people in pots or shoving shit in people's mouths and then sewing their mouths shut. Yeah, you should study slavery a little bit more, because it's not just what you think it was, whippings and picking cotton. It was way worse than that. A lot of women came up with those methods. So you kill that bitch too. And the kids? Oh, fuck the kids. I know that your black ass breastfed that white baby and you feel close to that motherfucker. But yeah, if you kill mom and you kill dad, then now we become property of the little kids. So those motherfuckers got to go too. Shout out to you, Tiana, for that. She said you watched Dr. Shauna last night. I tuned in for a minute. I didn't get to watch it all. But shout out to Dr. Shauna. If you guys ain't following her, go over and follow her channel. You won't be mad that you did. So we pay all this homage. I don't know. I think that's crazy. Like, we love Nat Turner. Why? You ain't trying to carry the torch. He passed you the mantle. Who the fuck is Nat Turner? Where the Nat Turners at? Oh, because we do kill. We do. We just kill each other. Oh, we do go to prison for the rest of our life. We just do that over killing each other. Like, we can't hang a white person from a tree. But you know how many black folks and stories I heard in the hood? I'm from Detroit. Don't owe a nigga some money. I've heard stories of drug dealers who have taken people who owe them money into abandoned houses, tied them in chairs, tortured them, cut off fingers and shit. Hog-tied a brother, stuck a funnel down his ass and poured boiling hot water inside of him. How can we have none of that viciousness towards anybody else but ourselves? You love Harriet Tubman? She had a gun, and she'd shoot your ass. Who the fuck are you shooting today? Nobody. We're just getting shot. Nobody's shooting nobody that's your real enemy. We're just shooting each other. Harriet would have shot your ass. Not only would Harriet would have shot the white man and his dog to keep them from getting where they had to go, Harriet would have shot your black ass if you was at risk of putting everybody in danger. So if you got tired and you said, oh, I'm going back, I can't do this no more, Harriet, I'm going back to the plantation. No, you're not. Once you decide to take this route with us, there is no going back, because you're not going to lead them to where we are, because you're a scared punk ass motherfucker. So if you think you're going to turn back, the only thing you're going to do is see heaven, because I'll shoot your ass. Nobody wants to talk about Harriet in that manner, though. Absolutely. Shout out to you, 1-6. Thank you for that. Absolutely. Shout out to you, Black Mama. Right, girlfriend. Thank you. Thank you, Black Mama. They hanging us some trees and motherfuckers is out here doing a hustle. Y'all hustling now? Y'all in the street protest done turned into parties. Fuck wrong with us? Oh, but we love to pay homage to her. We love to pay homage to Malcolm X. He said by any means necessary. Any means. Any means. We love to quote that shit. Don't quote that shit if you're not finna pick up any means and do what you gotta do. Any means means there's more means than just protesting and marching in the street and giving dumbass speeches. And if that shit ain't working, when I tell you, fuck it, if it ain't working, because we've been doing it for so long, we should know that shit is not working by now. So when we talk about any means necessary, shut the fuck up, because you do Malcolm no goddamn honor if you're not willing to find another mean, because the mean we using ain't getting us to the end we looking for. Shout out to you, Deborah. No, I do not. I've not heard about that concept. So I'm gonna keep telling y'all, yes, there's lots of solutions. And for people who can't stomach the bigger ones, I want to say this too. I know we're not all the warrior class. But right now, this is when you understand when you're in war. You know how the police, because we're protesting everybody in the street, they go call a special task force that comes forward to deal with this, not the regular cops. So where the fuck is our warrior class? I'm not asking you all to be a warrior class. Some of y'all are intellect. Some of y'all want to help bring the solutions. Some of y'all help build the shit. Some of y'all got the knowledge. Some of y'all bring vision. Some of y'all help grow things. Some of y'all nurture the children. Some of y'all help train the people. Everybody don't do the same thing. I get that. But where's our special force? Where are our warrior class? Where are the ones that are willing to kill, willing to die, and willing to go to prison to make some shit happen? Because the funny thing is, we do it every day in our hood, but we don't get nothing from it other than another dead black man or a sister or a child. Shout out to you, Philip. Yeah, but that's the thing. History repeats itself. So if you know where we came from, you ought to know where the fuck this gonna get us. Nowhere. We've already been here, so let's do something different. Shout out to you, Ebony. Oh yeah, the spook who sat by the door. I've seen that. I've watched that. Shout out to you, Black Outcast. Thank you for that. But see, we won't even do that. She brought up the spook that sat by the door. How many of you have ever said, let me go be a police officer so I can infiltrate the police force? How come only white people infiltrate shit? Have y'all ever thought about being politicians so you can infiltrate? That's kind of what Trump did. So you can get in and call everybody out. Have any of y'all ever went to work for a prison and decided they here treat black people crazy as fuck? So I think that while I'm in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to infiltrate. I'm going to wear this camera when I come in here. I'm going to get all the evidence I can, and then I'm going to release all this shit and shut this prison down so I can show them how the fuck they doing our people. Nobody ever thinks about that, do you? You ever think about becoming a police officer so you can take the police force down and you can record and expose all the corrupt ones and then learn all their tactics and bring it back to your people? You ever thought about that? Everybody else do that, but we don't do that. No, we go into shit thinking we gonna make a change. we heard Michael Jackson. Everybody, we are the world, we are the children. Right? You take white people songs, you play that shit backwards and it say some devil shit. That's our problem. We kumbaya with everybody but our goddamn selves. So yes, there are solutions, and we can start with we should learn to grow our own food so that you can eat better. You need to learn to get your body and your health right because a broken soldier can't do shit. No matter what your job is, even if it's cooking, you're sick and ill, you can't do shit for the people or for yourself. So get your health in order. Let's build our own schools. Why, when we get money, instead of buying Jordans, don't we buy up our communities instead of letting everybody else gentrify them? You know that empty, burnt down, abandoned lot that's next door to you? Some white man is going to come in and buy that shit in a minute. It's only $250. Why you didn't buy it? Why you don't buy back your communities before they start gentrifying them when they don't cost shit? Because we see no value in our community. That's why we don't purchase it. That's the solution. Black people should start businesses so that they can get off of the plantation so they can free up their survival mode. They should homeschool their children. We should build our own school. There's plenty of things that we could do on that vein. But at the same time, that's talking about how we build. I'm not talking about building right now. Don't get the two confused. There's one way of building shit. Then it comes down to fighting. If I'm building some shit for me and my kids, I want to build a house. I'm building, I'm putting the bricks on, I'm putting the roof on, and then a motherfucker come past and they want to fight me and they start shooting at me and shit. And my thing is, I'm not building at this moment anymore. Now I'm protecting what the fuck I have. So you got to go from building mode to fight mode. It's not all the same thing. And this is why I know that we all don't do the same thing. So where the fuck are the warrior class? Sometimes you got to stop building to go fight, or sometimes you got to be able to fight to protect what the fuck you're building. Because if history don't tell us nothing, it also tells you this, that every time we do get a leg up, we do start to build for ourselves and we start to do really great. Guess what the fuck they do? They come and burn and tear our shit down. Right now, they're doing the same thing. You know, we talk about Tulsa, Oklahoma, and all of this, and burning down stuff, and Black Wall Street. And of course, course, they kill people then. But I want you to think about the burning of people's cities. Right now, your cities are burning, and white people do. These things don't change; they just evolve, and they give you a new face so that you look at them in a different manner. So you think that it's something that it's not. All of y'all just got y'all communities burnt the fuck down. And they're going to come and take it from you very soon with gentrification. They're priming it for it. You let them do it now. See, before they had to come into your community and forcefully burn your shit down. Now they just pretend like they're with you. And they hide amongst you. Because we want to be everybody's friend. And they burn your shit down in your face and you don't even see what the fuck you're doing. So there comes a time when you build, but there also comes a time to fight. And for those of you that are still Christians, you get offended by the stuff I say, let me give you something that you might be able to swallow, like in Ecclesiastes. You know, those scriptures that you tend to stay away from all the time, that white people use when they wrote Christianity, right? There's a time for everything. There's a time to kill, there's a time to die. There's a time to build, and there's a time to destroy. And we don't know when to switch gears. Shout out to you, Mary. Thank you for that. And so times change, and you need to change with what the times are. And it seems like we're always stuck in one mode. Kumbaya, love everybody. If we just yell loud enough and make enough noise, we'll change things. We stuck in one fucking gear. Can we get the fuck out of that gear and shift into something else? This is all I'm saying. Okay, don't nobody want to go out. You don't want to hang no white people. Okay, fine. But if nothing else, I need you to think about this. Even if you ain't ready to do that, can we all agree we need to do something else? Because what we're doing is not working. In the midst of all this protesting and asking for change, 3 people have been hung from trees, and black people have continued to be brutalized and murdered by the police during what you will call your outrage and your protest and your marches that so many of us think is making a fucking difference. And it's not. Because right in the midst of it, they don't even respect you enough to wait till it's over, to let the noise die down, to make you think you done changed something. They don't give a fuck. Right in the midst of what you're doing, they're going to continue to do what they're doing. Because they're sending you signs and signals and telling you, we never scared of this shit. So why don't you give them something to continue with? So if you want to stop the lynching, but nobody wants to be as radical to go and hang a motherfucker from a tree, okay. Can you go and get some self-defense? Go and get you a gun. Shout out to Area 51. Absolutely. And the white men got all their insurance because most black folks have that. They don't go get insurance for that shit. White people burn their shit down on purpose just so they can get the money. Black folks cry when their shit burned down because they didn't get insurance, so now they got nothing. That's what most of us do. So go prepare yourself. Take up some arms. Stop being such punks. And I can see if we were nice people all the way around. But nobody gets to tell me I'm being too radical. Nobody tells me you can't go out there and start killing people. You cannot say that to me. Because we kill each other every motherfucking day. We shoot up parks with black babies in them. And shoot everybody but the target we're actually aiming for. But you find a white child's life more precious? Let me guess, you don't want to ride by the police officer's house and shoot up his motherfucking house because he got a wife and kids in there. Fuck them white kids and that white wife. Because you have no love for the black baby you just killed. You have no love for the house that you just shot up when Ray Ray wasn't even in that motherfucker. That was his grandma's house. You ain't just scared motherfucker when somebody owe you some money and you're a big time gangbanger, a drug dealer, so you want to throw a nigga in your trunk and torture a motherfucker because you watch too much TV, nigga. You want to be the Capones, you want to be these gangsters you see on TV, but you ain't gangster with nobody but yourself. That's stupid. So people don't get to tell me, oh, we can't go around killing people. Yes, the fuck you can. Then you don't get to tell me, I don't want to go kill white people. I don't want to shoot the police because I might go to jail. You don't worry about going to jail when you kill your own people. So why are you worried about it now? You ain't worried about if you going to shoot this motherfucker and somebody going to retaliate and kill your ass then. You ain't worried about that. So why you worried about if the police kill you if you kill one of them? It's the same goddamn consequence, but it's definitely a different outcome. Shout out to you, RD. Thank you for that. No, I didn't see that. I ain't been watching nothing. I don't think on TV. I'm watching this TV. But I want y'all to really, really, really think about that. What we're doing now is the same shit that we won't do to other people, but we'll do it to each other. So you don't get to tell me that we're scared. Because if you're going to kumbaya with them and you don't want to go fight them because of the consequences, then I'm going to need you to have the same type of kumbaya with your own people and be scared to go to prison for the rest of your life. That's why I'm like, y'all full of shit. Because y'all kill another black man and you'll go to jail for the rest of your life for the honor of your gang. But you won't give that for freedom for your people. We're not tired. We're not mad. We're not disgusted. We ain't tired of being killed and murdered. No, the fuck we not. Because shit, don't nobody got to tell us what to do. We know what the fuck to do when somebody else do something to us, when somebody else in the hood shoot us, when somebody else mess with our family members, when somebody else rob us or steal from us. We know what to do then. So don't act like you don't know what to do. You do know what to do. You just won't do it to white people because you reverence them more. And that's just the truth. I need us to get out from underneath this condition. If you start to fight back, the penalty is this. You will die or go to prison. But it's the same price you're paying right now, every day. But you ain't got a different outcome. You will say you will pay the same price. You hear me? What we're doing now is destroying us. And we're helping them destroy ourselves. You could do the same consequences, but you will receive a different outcome. So if you're going to die, please make it count for something. If you're going to murder somebody, make it count for something. If you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life, make it fucking count for something. And that's the solution to this. You don't get to build a garden. A garden's not going to get rid of police brutality and racism and being hung from trees. Building gardens ain't going to do that. Building your own business ain't going to do that. Building your own schools will not do that. This is the time when you shift and say, we're not building right now. We're defending, we're protecting, and we're fighting the fuck back. And that's when you get into a whole nother mode. And when you get into that mode, you leave kumbaya behind. We love to say that we read 48 Laws of Power. We love to say that. How many of y'all swear y'all read the book? Quote me one of the damn laws. I'm going to tell you one of my favorites, right? Show no mercy to your enemy. Now I'm paraphrasing, right? You crush them in spirit and in truth all the motherfucking way through. If not, they will recover and come back for you. You don't show your fucking enemies any mercy. And you don't give them a chance to recover. So they can come back and get you. Motherfuckers like to play Mortal Kombat. Finish their ass. The fuck are you apologizing for? Kumbayaing for? Forgiving for? For what? A white man wrote the book 48 Laws of Power. The white people follow that shit to the T. We don't. All the white people you see in power, not every white person, because some white people don't know how to use that shit themselves, they don't know how to get up in their privilege. But for the white folks that are in power, trust me, they know how to be in that position of power. You don't leave a motherfucker a lifeline. You finish them. And like Nat Turner said, finishing them sometimes means taking everything around them down with them too. See, Nat Turner was about finishing them. That's why he said you kill everybody in the motherfucking house. You don't spare any goddamn sex or age. That means you kill all the men and all the women and the motherfucking children too. So stop screaming Nat Turner and be so gun-ho to pay homage to leaders that would not pass you the mantle. Because for as much as you like, yeah, Nat Turner, none of you would have rocked with him. Half of us screaming Nat Turner would have stayed your scary ass in the motherfucking huts that you was in your goddamn slave quarters, and you wouldn't have brought your motherfucking ass out, and you wouldn't have rocked with him, and you wouldn't have went in them motherfucking houses, and you wouldn't have did shit, because you ain't doing shit now. So don't fucking speak his name. We pay homage to all of our radical ass leaders, but when you get real about what they did, none of you will fucking do what they do. But you want to speak their name. It's a damn shame they're trying to pass the mantle, and nobody even want to take it. And again, it ain't because we scared to die, because we do that every day. It ain't because we scared to go to prison, because we do that every day. It ain't because we scared to kill somebody, because we kill each other every motherfucking day. The fucked up part is because we have been conditioned and we see too much reverence, and we honor, and we reverence, and we think that white folks and non-black people are better than us. And this is why it's hard for you to take them out. Because when you see other black people, you don't see any value in them. Because you don't see no value in yourself. Because that's all the fuck we've been told all of our lives in this country. There's no value to who you are. There's no value to what you do. And we begin to not see any value in each other. But everybody else is so much more fucking supreme around us. So we give them reverence and we give them regard. And we think that we shouldn't shoot this little white motherfucker. Because it's a little white motherfucker. But if it was a little black motherfucker, they asked to be shot and dead. We reverence white people too much. And that's the root of why the fuck we won't fight back. So deal with the fact that you don't have enough love for yourself. And you reverence white people more. Because being honorable and upholding the law and not killing people is not what we really give a fuck about. Because we break that shit every day. We'll kill another brother in the meat. Because we see no value in them. You won't kill a cop. Because you reverence him. Because trust me, the consequence is the same. You're going to die because the cops going to shoot you down, or you're going to go to prison for the rest of your life. The consequences are the same. So what's stopping you? I would ask you to check your records. So if you're one of them brothers or sing bangers on here, some OGs, and you still out there doing the damn thing, I'm looking at you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You so hard, here go your chance. We need y'all. We need to go hang some motherfuckers from some trees. Can you do that for us? Or no? Because if you can't do that, I'm going to need you to stop killing other black people. Shout out to you, Chocolate Bunny. Thank you for that. Yeah, they would have ratted Nat Turner out. Hell yeah, they would have told on him. For as many of us that love to scream his name, 99% of everybody who keeps saying that would have they would have not been with Nat Turner. They wouldn't have stayed where they were. So a couple of y'all would have ran in the house and told the master the plan, so he wouldn't have been able to kill nobody. And it's a couple of y'all who would have been out here helping the white man track him down so that they could kill him before he could slaughter another plantation. And those type of Negroes still exist today. That's part of the problem as well. That's why we're not all together. I don't believe in that kind of thing. Fuck out of here. Nat didn't believe in that unity, and neither did Harriet Tubman. You don't got to get to tell me that if shit was like that back then, but today I gotta have that same reverence. All black people gotta be great and we all together. Nope. Nat Turner didn't feel that way, and neither did Harriet Tubman. And neither the fuck did Malcolm X. If you paid attention to the shit they said, and not just listen to what white people tell you to say, go do your own research. Shout out to you, Let's Get Free. Thank you for that. But with this, y'all, I've been in here all night. I will be back tomorrow. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all do me a favor though. Y'all like this video, share this video, subscribe if you have not, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when YouTube is not hitting. I just want y'all to think about what I'm saying. And I know people think that I'm radical. I'm gonna shout out these cash out the PayPal before I get out of here. And the ones from the other day. But we're gonna have to at some point decide to stand up and do something about what's going on. If not, then we need to just be quiet about it, because all of this marching and protesting in the street is not doing a goddamn thing. Before you can move forward and what it is that we're going to do, I need us to change our mindset, our conditioning, how we think about shit, how we see shit. You got to do that first. You got to free this up here. You got to free this first, because this is the biggest weapon they use against you. Free this first. Yes, Khalid Muhammad. All the great ones always get shitted on when it's all said and done. You notice how all the great people who talk the way that they talked and they told the real truth, you notice how other black people eventually backed up from them because they didn't want to be seen like that, because they wanted the reverence of white people. That's why they backed up from Malcolm X. That's why they backed up from Khalid Muhammad. They do the same about it. There's plenty of people who love me, but I'm like their dirty little secret. They'll watch me on here, but I guarantee you in a public setting, they don't want to tell people they know me. They just gonna pull up one of her videos and be like, "Heck, I was this woman that said shit. We should kill police." Y'all be denouncing the fuck out of me. Shout out to you, pretty Nikki. Thank you for that. Thank you, Kurt Teal, again for that donation. So I'll be back tomorrow, y'all, and we're gonna talk about Black Lives Matter. So y'all make sure that y'all go look up. Shout out to you, Vanessa. Thank you for that. Yeah, Candace always be on that bullshit. I don't know how she gonna try and defame that man's name like that. She a punk ass bitch. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit too. But we're gonna talk about Black Lives Matter and how black people will co-opt this shit as well. So if you don't want to talk about black people tomorrow, that are also a detriment to us, and you might not want to tune in tomorrow because I believe in calling everybody out, especially black people who want some fuck shit. Because y'all don't get to hide in your blackness while you steady helping to destroy us. Oh no, I'm gonna call that out. So if you one of the people like, oh, this is the issue, you don't need this, don't show up tomorrow because we been expose some black people that's full of shit. They don't get to claim they're our movement just because it's black people because you're not our fucking movement. Black people don't have a movement in this country. That is evident. We don't have a movement. So shout out to Ted Nico. Shout out to you. He said $4.45. Thank you to Black Mama. She always showing love. She sent $50. And shout out to Isaac. He sent $3. I don't know if you're in the chat. I know you've been working. How you doing, Isaac? I hope you're having a good day. I was about to say $130. That was one of my spoiled ass kids. That was a money request. Shout out to Terrell. He said salute. He said $15. And shout out to all of y'all that showed love the other day. Sharon sent $5. Um, Joseph sent 25. Um, Portia sent 15. Ryan sent 24. Damon sent 19. Anissa, I hope I said that right, sent $5. Vanessa sent 15. And shout out to Bolo. I don't know if you like him, but much love to Bolo. He sent $2. Alex sent 25 and said she's glad as hell she finally unblocked. I love you, Alex. I'm sorry about that. I really am. Isaac sent another three the other day, and that was from the other day. So I think that was it. It's April mine said like $20 a long time ago, but I wasn't live. But let me give you a shout out for that. And let me go over here to this PayPal because I think there's a couple in here. Don't come over here. Don't be in my camera. If you want somebody to see your face, I don't want nobody to see my TV. They have something to say. Somebody says something crazy. That's pretty strange. But your ass is strange. I'm not trying to get that. You just stay over there, honey. Let me see what's the donations over here. Um, Shout out to you, Irville. Thank you for that. And thank you. Thank you, Bernard. Um, Shout out to Trina. Trina sent $25 to keep bringing us the knowledge when you coming back to Brooklyn. When things get back to normal, we coming. Oh, and shout out to Ramon, he actually just went and bought the Revolutionary CD. I'm telling you, it's the time for it. I'm about to go over here and put the link to Fuck the Police in there, a piece that I did on my album. I think it's very prevalent in this time. And shout out to you, Jasmine. Thank you for the $25. I love you, sis. You just show them, you always show love. Thank you for that. Um, the rest of it is classes and stuff that you can sign up for. So anyway, let me remind everybody you can go over to the Black Agenda Movement.com, you guys, if you want to sign up for those Sundays. It's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern every Sunday for this until this month is over. We will be having a planning group. So if you have something to offer the movement, I don't want you to come on and be like, what is it that what is it that I can do? I need you to tell me what it is that you offer to the movement, right? Yes, I have an album, Cindy, and you can go to shout out to you, Tiana. Thank you for that. Actually, I will be doing that this weekend because the first group, the first meeting that we had, Tiana, I want to get with those brothers sooner than later, and they're a lot in the same place. So I always want to Texas and Atlanta, and that would be the beginning of next month. So about 2 weeks, I will be out of here. So those I'm actually gonna go hit up soon. But after all the other meetings that we have, I'm gonna put it together and then I'll tell you where I'm coming. But I'm going to Atlanta and Texas first because that's where the brothers are that I need right now, and that's where most of the people are. But yeah, Cindy, you can go to my website, therealmecheex.com, not the Black Agenda Movement. That's for the meeting. Y'all can sign up there. But you can go to therealmecheex.com and you can check out my CD. There's some, you can listen to a little bit of the music on the music player before you actually purchase it. But you can get it for digital download and have it right now. Or you can order the CD and I listen to it. And I get my shit on the dope. So you might do it out here. It's people in here that got it. They'll tell you it's fire. So anyway, y'all go over there and do that. Don't forget we have our spiritual groups. Shout out to everybody that comes to the spiritual group. Somebody says, you rapper, you sing. It's actually spoken word and rap. It's a mix of both. So you have some rap on there. I'm not a singer. I would need a whole lot of help in the studio for that. But no, it's spoken word. All of the spoken word has Elaine says CD is fire. It has spoken word on it, but all the spoken word for the most part has music on it. We kind of mixed the two together, spoken word and rap, but it's just some straight up rap on there too. So it's a mix of the both. It's pretty dope. You won't be disappointed. I promise you. I promise you. My super good. But with that said, y'all go over there and y'all say, "Hey, Diva in the house. How you doing, Diva?" Shout out to you, Nola boy. Thank you for that. Yes, I absolutely will, Tiana. I will put that information in because there are some people that are kind of far away, and we'll help you get out there or whatever, so I can have everybody in the group so you can really get something done. So definitely, I will keep everybody that was in the first group. I'm going to actually include in the email because that first planning group, it was some. We got some really dope people in it. Y'all, these folks that's coming forward in the Black agenda, putting this work. I told y'all, this the people moving. This ain't my movement. This thing is moved by the people and for the people. We got some really amazing Black people with some really dope skills. You know, I can tell y'all not to use it, but just know that we got some really powerful stuff. Yes, Tiana, some really powerful stuff coming forward. We're not just gonna sit back and take it. We over here planning. We're not gonna get all excited and going our emotions to the streets anymore. We're planning and we working. Next time this happens, we'll already have a plan. We know what we're gonna do, and I'm not telling you what the plan is, but you gotta go down and know that. I'll tell you this, we won't be going to the streets though, right? So with that said, y'all have a good night. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for all the love in the chat. Thank you for all the super chats that y'all gave. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. If you did not like this video, please like the video, share this video, subscribe if you have not. Hit that janky ass notification bell that works sometimes when you want to on YouTube. I hate it. And with that said, I will see you guys later. I'll check you guys out tomorrow. Until then, y'all be good. Y'all have a wonderful night, right? You know that I love you to life and I stand with you until death. Let's go get this knowledge and go mother.